Hello folks, Walt here. This is just a quick video to demonstrate the method that I used to construct my dummy load, much needed dummy load, which I needed to test my radios with. I didn't want to use the conventional method of soldering a bunch of resistors together to achieve the resistance and load capability that I required, so I adopted a simpler method of doing this, quick and easy, quick and dirty. Anyway, the method of construction is this. I actually purchased four surface mount resistors from eBay. These resistors are 100 ohm, 100 watt each, two in parallel. I think I've measured these at about 51 ohm, 200 watts of load capacity. They're mounted on two heat sinks, a heat sink each. These are heat sinks that have been salvaged from old computers. In this case they are Pentium 4, and I've left, as you can see, I've left the fans connected to the heat sinks. I don't think I'll ever need the fans. I only intend on using around 30 watts at max. I can use 200 if I wanted to, perhaps a little bit more, but I'm not going to. Also, if you did want to use extra wattage and we're in fear of getting these warm, as I said, I've left the fans connected, and it's just coincidental that the gap that I've left between the two heat sinks can quite happily house a 9-volt battery, which will allow me to run both fans together on that one battery. The fans will work happily on that battery, and the way they've been constructed is a simple method. Just two aluminium plates, one on the top, one on the bottom, screwed on there with a couple of self-tapping screws, a little standoff to help to connect the one side of the resistors to the housing, which is connected to the external part of the connector, and of course the other wire is connected to the centre end of the connector. And it's just a quick, simple, down and dirty method of making the dummy load that I required to work on my radios. It didn't require a lot of work. The whole thing cost me about $15 in parts, and perhaps an hour of mucking around, working out how to assemble it, cutting the bits up with hacksaw, the aluminium plates up with a hacksaw, and filing them down with the filer just to get them all nice and square. And it works fine. There you go, folks. Just thought I'd share that with somebody that might like to think outside the square and make something a little bit different. That's my contribution. So long, 73s. Bye.